Hey everybody, I'm Johnny Supa. Welcome to our first episode of On the Couch. I know you guys have seen it before, but it was always just a conversation. So Danny and I have decided to make this the real deal. We're going to go full out on a podcast. We'll leave the details of where to find us, where to catch the episodes, what topics we'll be discussing in the future. And Danny?
Yeah, so my name's Danny Cardozo. I am a managing partner at Ernesta Financial. Johnny Supa is my partner. He is the founder, plus, I guess, president. The both of us here manage and run a decent group of agents. And I guess while we come here every day and coach these agents, we've figured let's create a podcast and
see if people out there are interested in the conversation, because it seems to be a hot topic right now, mortgages and agents. And, you know, from a few years ago, you had maybe 4,000 new agents onboarding the industry a year. Now we're seeing 10,000+.
I think I think we're at 10,000 alone this year.
Yeah, at just one institution.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So I think everyone wants to know, what is the whole story about On the Couch?
So these couches came from another location that was used for different activities. No, all right, there we go. Get the jitters out. Everybody wants to know why On the Couch. Well, I think people get more comfortable when you're on the couch having a conversation. It's not a studio. This is our office. This is our headquarters. This is where we conduct most of our business. Yep. And a lot of the times conversations actually go from being in my office to sitting on the couch, talking to the client,
Yeah, usually when clients walk into our office, I mean, we might sit them down at the boardroom or right into our office, and then it always leads back to this couch.
Yep. We always end up on the couch.
Yep.
And that's just really how it goes. We end up on the couch.
So now the thing is that when you're talking to clients here, do you feel like they get more comfortable in this environment?
100%. It's comfortable. It's cozy. It's familiar. Everybody sits on the couch.
Well, I mean, if you want to feel comfortable at home, what do? You sit on the couch, or do you stand and walk around? You sit on the couch.
But now the thing is, what you guys do for a living is not exactly comfortable.
No, it's not. That's the thing. I think there's been a stigma in the mortgage industry for many years. One, that you have to traditionally walk into the brick and mortar, and two, that mortgage brokers are expensive, or three,
or we only do privates,
or we only do private mortgages. Yeah, or you have to have bad credit to use a mortgage broker, which is furthest from the truth.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I shouldn't say that, because at the banks, they don't have alternative lending. Like the traditional brick and mortar store doesn't have alternative lending. Where we do, we have option B, option C, option D. And yeah, that sometimes does have a cost associated to it, but you're going to find a home.
When someone does not, I guess, get approved at a institution, do you know a lot of these institutions actually send us over their clients? Yes, you might be walking into an institution and might just end up here anyways. So why not just skip that step?
Yep.
So, all right, let's get down to the nitty gritty. I hear you both like different football teams.
Okay, I guess I'll start, since my team is not as...
Johnny has the best team in football this year.
So they say. They're 5-0 and we're 4-1. So he's a Niners fan. I'm a Dolphins fan. This didn't stem from being a Tua fan, or most recent because Tyreek Hill. This stems from the late 80s, early 90s.
Early 90s, yeah. Same for me. What are you holding there, Johnny?
I can't pronounce it.
Tell the people.
It's El Espolon. El Espolon.
Oh, boy.
Añejo tequila. This is actually finished in a bourbon barrel. It's actually quite delicious. It's soft. It's easy.
I really like this one.
Yeah, this is one of our favorites.
You like tequila as well?
So, I mean, if you go back to when you were younger, tequila was that 1, 2, 3, hit the floor, you're out, sort of thing. And now it's like you got into your 20s. I guess when I was in my 20s, tequila still wasn't that thing yet. It was all about vodka. Vodka everywhere you went. Vodka this, vodka that. Then sort of champagne sort of came. And then now it's all about tequila. And yeah, I'm into tequila now.
I think everybody is starting to lean towards the tequila nowadays.
We keep getting invited to tequila tasting parties, which is nice.
Yeah.
Tequila tasting parties.
Yeah. bring your own tequila, and everybody tries their tequila. I was invited to a couple this summer and loved it.
Out of 10, how would I rate this tequila? I would honestly give it an 8. An 8 out of 10, yes. Do you need a sip to remind yourself of what it tastes like?
I'm giving it a good 7.5 to 8.
Okay, guys, so on a more serious note, just as much as we like tequila, we love our business and what we do. So where did Your Nesta come from? How did we create this, I guess, boutique style brokerage? So 2016, 2017, I was in the car business. And prior to that, my wife and I were buying real estate. When it came to selling one of our first investment properties, I felt like the journey that I went through was extremely chaotic. I was scrambling, trying to find what needed to be done. I was out looking for a realtor. I was out trying to find my financing, like what would be my dad was like, make sure you find out what the penalty is going to be, Johnny. I had to contact a lawyer. I didn't really understand, but like, you're coming to buy a $30,000 car and everything's in one place. You can find the salesperson, you can find the finance department, a service department, a parts department. And whenever you needed something, you just came back to the same location and everything was looked after for you. So when I went through this terrible experience of selling my first property, I just put my head down and I got a blank piece of paper and I started mapping out what a real estate dealership would look like. And then I started studying mortgages shortly after. Then I shortly after got my license and I was like, holy crap, this is really intriguing. I really like this. I can actually maybe change the way real estate transaction is done. So I went and started jotting down company names, and it was a long list. And sure enough, I mean, the biggest thing that we're doing is we're dealing with your home. So your home became Your Nesta because I had to add the Italian flair to it.
Me and Johnny go way back as friends from high school. A lot of my friends went to Johnny first to buy their cars. And then when Johnny got into the mortgage world, I guess my friends all started using Johnny for their mortgages also. So truly, I got into mortgages because of, like Johnny, past experiences. Although my experience was a little bit different, I really appreciated the mortgage broker that I had worked with. The journey was beautiful, and I enjoyed it so much that I wanted to bring that to people I knew and my clients, people that trust me already in my past businesses. I wanted to bring that forward to them, and contacted Johnny. I got my license, actually. I contacted Johnny. I actually went to a couple of different brokerages before I made a final decision, and Johnny he showed me what his journey or the blueprint was going to look like and the ideas that he had moving forward, and I'm like, this is where I want to be.
Ultimately, boys, explain to the viewers what they can expect from this podcast.
The truth, education, transparency, empathy, customer focused, like that. I know those are big words to say, right? And a lot of people are like, oh, those are words. If you've ever done a transaction with me, you'll understand where my business lies. I'm very upfront. I'm honest. I don't really speak anything other than the truth. So that's what you're going to find here. You're going to find the truth, whether it's what you don't want to hear, but Danny and I have created a really good process that takes the client from, I guess you can call it rookie to rock star, like understanding the business.
Whether you're the client or the agent.
Yeah. So
we built two different journeys. We built the client journey and we built the agent journey.
Yeah, maybe we should talk about that. Like, we're not just a brokerage where you want to come and do mortgages at. We're a brokerage where you want to come and work at. If you're a mortgage agent out there, like, let alone we excite our clients and we exceed their expectations, you should talk to our agents that work for us. They, when following the journey and taking it seriously, they exceed and they excel quite quickly. Do you like what you hear on our podcast? If so, you can find us on your favorite streaming podcast like Spotify, or if you want to see us live, you can see us on YouTube, or you can catch us on Instagram at Your Nesta Financial.